Hey guys, it's Carolina here from KarolinasKrafts and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I thought I would just kind of do like a process video of making this shell mini album. I saw happymailqueen made one and I wanted to recreate it and also make my own. I did buy these closure things after seeing her video, so I picked those up and they're actually really cool. But let me show you guys what this looks like. So it has that little closure. This is the front. It has a shaker, and then it's just a mini album. And I did the same thing as she showed, which she just put like the clear stickers down here with like little phrases to separate the mini album. She did decorate a little bit more, but I am gifting this in a swap and I don't want to, you know, decorate it for the person. I want them to be able to add in 2 photos if they want, or whatever it is that they want. Maybe add a pocket if they want to add a pocket and add more photos. So I kind of just left it blank and just like left the pages. But that's what it looks like. And then this is the back, and I have my sticker here that says made for you by KarolinasKrafts. So this is what we're going to be making today. Oh, and this bow was gifted to me by Michelle from Shabby Chic Michelle. Anyway, so I am going to recreate that because I really like it and I want to make one for me. So like happymailqueen, I did use the album die from Alina Craft. And you could totally do this part by hand. All you're doing is scoring a whole bunch of lines, pretty much like this, and it folds up to this thing right here. So I'm gonna end up with like 4 pages. So that's what I did here. It's just kind of like a valley fold and a mountain fold. So you kind of like alternate. So that's the one die that I used. And then the other die that I used is also from the Alina Craft store, and it is this Seashell die. Now, I can use this layering piece if I wanted to, but I did not use it in my album. I did, however, use these outside 2 pieces, and you guys could see I have them taped together because that's actually what creates the shaker part. So to make the shaker, you would cut this out with the gold paper that I have on top, which is this piece right here. So you'd make sure to cut it out with the gold. You would also cut this out with some foam, okay? And that's it for that. And then just this bigger piece, you would need to cut this out with acetate and then your background paper. So that's it. And, you know, I could just tape it back together, or I'm probably just gonna layer it back on here right now, just for the sake of this video, and I don't actually need it taped together anyway because I already did all my pre-cutting. So that's just what that looks like, and I will walk you through what I did. Okay, so I guess that's it. You guys could see that my outside pieces, like I already put my shaker together because that was going to take too much time, but like I said, it's just the outside layering piece, the foam, and then the backing, and then I have this one for the back as well. And then everything else I just cut down because you need it to have like a straight edge at the end here, so I just cut it down as close to the edge as possible, just like this. So you guys could see I cut off very minimal. You could still see these dotted lines right here, so very minimal from here to here. I cut off as little as possible, and I just need the straight line because obviously this is going to be getting glued in here, so you need it to be straight. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is glue my outside layering piece. So I just have like a 110-pound white cardstock, and I just want to make this sturdier, especially because this is the cover of the album. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue my patterned paper right on top of the 110-pound cardstock. I'm gonna do the same thing on the back of this, and I'm gonna attach my 110-pound cardstock, only because I want it sturdier. So I'm not gluing the back piece to this yet, only because I have to glue this down first now, and then the back piece is gonna go kind of like on top of that, if that makes sense. But I'm gonna glue this down as like to the bottom as possible, if that makes sense. So I'm putting my glue down here, and I'm gonna flatten this all out, and I'm gluing this to the bottom. As close to the edge as possible. So that when this folds, you guys see here, it's as close to the edge as possible. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna layer this piece on top, and it should fit perfectly, which it does. It lines up here. So I'm gonna glue this down. This is gonna be my inside layering piece. I think this album is just so stinking cute. I love it, whether you're using it for like a whole entire summer of photos and just like putting in the best photos, or whether you're going on vacation. I think it's so cute. So I've had this on my list to make, and I'm finally getting around to it. So now I'm gonna flip this over, and I wanna put this onto this next tab here. So I'm actually, you know what, let's use my art glitter glue, because this dries faster. So I'm putting it on just this little tab right here. You're not putting anything in the middle. You're just putting this on the tab. Okay, and you want to line it up so that it's like in the center, so you have the same amount of offhang kind of on both sides of your seashell. So now if I look at it, when I go to fold it, it lines up. Okay, so I'm just pressing down. I am gonna start sticking down my stickers in between, like I'm arranging how I want them. I think I need 5. So we'll do this one, then we'll do this one, then this one. All right, so that's the order it's gonna go in. Okay, and this, I'm just using some hot glue on here. And I'm sticking this down right in the middle. Okay, so there's that page. Now the other flap of this has this green. Okay, it's gonna be this one, and then that one. All right, so again here, now I'm gonna use the bigger glue because more comes out here. And now I'm gonna put this on this tab here, but also on my whole entire seashell, because I'm sticking 2 together. Okay, so you just wanna line these up. And once you got those lined up, you're gonna also make sure the tab is glued down. And if you want to, you could totally layer like another white cardstock in between this to make it sturdier, because this is still kind of flimsy, but it's gonna get better when the glue dries also. So there's also that. Okay, and then the next one here, again with my art glitter glue, just this one tab before I glue down the other piece on the other side. So again, I'm trying to line it up so that there's the same amount of offhang on each side here. Okay, I'm gonna flip it over. Okay, so again here, just putting down glue. I'm just lining this up. I find it easier to do when you line up the top. and then make your way down. Okay, and same thing again here, just the tab first. Or actually, I'm not even using art glitter glue. What am I saying? I'm using Barely art glue. It's cheaper and better than art glitter glue. But I get so confused. Then here we're gonna have another sticker. And these were clear stickers, but I had cut them and like I had put them onto like a white cardstock backing and then cut them with my silhouette machine. But if you have the clear stickers, that works just fine. You could also just print out some freezes, and this just adds like a little something in between. Otherwise it's just like plain white cardstock. But it's whatever you prefer. This is not hard to do at all, guys. It's actually very easy to do. And then this last one, we're gonna put art glitter glue on this whole entire back piece here. So I have the first and last pages the same. So you see the inside cover on the inside is also the same patterned paper. Okay, so that goes there. And then this is gonna go on the back, but I do also wanna put down this layering piece because I just think it looks pretty full. But you basically line up the bottom first. Okay, and that wasn't that bad actually. And I'm gonna just add glue to this page here. This is again the back, and I'm gonna stick this on here. So that's what that looks like. Now, one thing I also did cut out from my album die was like the little spine covering piece, because we do need to cover this up, and that's also what's going to allow it to kind of be more flat. So I cut out 2 in white cardstock and 1 in gold, and we're going to start sticking these guys together because we need something sturdy for the spine. Okay, and then I'm also going to put down another layer. So you want this to be super duper flat. So you're gonna arrange this on here so that it's as flat as possible as you're sticking stuff on here. So it's a little tricky because this wants to move around, but I'm gonna start off, I'm just gonna put glue all over here, and I'm just holding this up. So now I'm gonna place this down somewhere that's in the middle. I'm gonna start going in with my bone folder just this way, trying getting the inside spine to attach and adhere to this. All right, so that looks pretty good. And it's the same as opening this up, but it was just easier to do as it was the other way, because these also stick out, so it makes it harder. Now what I'm going to do is use those little like, oh, actually, you know what? We could glue my bow on the front here. So I'm just putting some hot glue on this bow. And again, this was gifted to me by Shabby Chic Michelle. And I'm just putting this in the center. And then I'm also putting in a gemmy in the center as well. So adding some more hot glue here. And there's that gemmy. Okay, so now, like I said, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab 2 of these things. So these are my snap closure thingamabobbies, and you'll see what I do with that. I'm gonna grab a chain link. Okay, so I'm gonna grab one of these. I'm gonna grab one of the hook things, one of these things. So I'm gonna grab one of those, and then there's like some little jump rings in here. So I'm gonna grab 2 of those. Actually, I don't even know if I do need that, 2 of those. Okay, I think that might be it. And the way I did this one is I also split up this thing. So I'm gonna attach one. Oh, sorry, I need these rings. So I'm gonna take one of these hoop things off of here. So I'm just using like 2 nose pliers. We're gonna open this up. And that's gonna go onto this ring. And that's also going to get this closure piece. Okay, and then I'm gonna close this back up. All right, and then I have 2 little rings on here, if you guys could see. So now this bottom one is gonna be the one that gets attached to this little hook thingy right there at the top. So I'm gonna open up this one now. Okay, and now this closure I'm attaching to my little album. So you see where this part kind of goes up a little higher right here? You have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of like, I don't know what that's called, but right in the middle one is where I'm attaching this. And I'm gonna use this other tool to just kind of squeeze it together, and it has little like teeth that will go into the paper and stay put. Okay, so I'm just closing that in there and it stays put. You see, I'm like pulling on that and it just stays in there. Okay, so that's that side. Now the front piece is gonna get something similar, but now here we're gonna attach this one little ring. Okay, so this is gonna get the chain, and it's also gonna get this piece. So we're putting both of those onto this ring. This is so hard to do, guys, especially under pressure. So those are now closed together. Now, before I added in the charms afterwards, but I feel like if I add the charms beforehand, it will be better. So this one, I'm gonna add in a tassel at the bottom of this. So I'm actually gonna open up this bottom one. So there's my little tassel. And like I said, this is gonna hang off kind of. I am gonna attach this here now. Okay, so just right in the middle onto the foam. And I'm gonna use this tool to squish it down. And it's like stuck on there, like real good. So when this closes, like I said, you're not using that whole entire like thing. You're gonna close it as close to the edge as possible. So it hooks on like that, and then you still have this dangly piece. So now I could decorate the rest of that and put some beads on it. I think on this one I'm gonna put a phrase on the front, and I think I'm just gonna use this thing that says vacay vibes. I think I'm just gonna add, instead of hot glue, I'm gonna do just regular glue. I know it's not gonna dry as fast, but and then like I said, I'm just gonna add in some other charms and stuff on here, but it's a cute little album. Look at it, guys, it's so cute. We have all the pages. You could add in as much as you want in here, like photo wise. You could cut them smaller, you could cut them bigger, you could have one photo to a page, you could add pockets and things like that, and you have like space in between, so you can also add dimension. You guys see here, you could add dimension, you could add just a whole bunch of like interactive elements to here, whatever you guys want. So that is, I guess, the tutorial / process video for this album. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you guys in my next crafty video. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.